Hi everyone, my name is JOANA, and I don't know if you noticed, but I'm really happy to be here today because of this amazing organization and these amazing technicians. So let's give a round of applause to them, please. Well, I'm here today to give you a presentation how you can accelerate your career and how to become a 10-time junior engineer. Wait. Don't leave me yet. I promise this is not a recipe. This is something you should follow if you want, and this is something it worked for me, and it might work as well for you, but it's okay if it doesn't. And as I was saying, my name is JOANA. I'm a full-stack product engineer at XKicks. My handle is JOANAMCSA everywhere, so you just go JOANAMCSA and you'll find me. Twitter or X, wherever you want to call it, it's fine. And a fun fact about me is that this is actually my first conference ever. I've never been to a conference. Thank you. Yeah, so I'm a little bit freaked out, but it's going to be fine, I think. I know every one of you is rooting for me, so. Well, you'll find that little animal everywhere, or I tried to. I even have a tattoo of them. And it's because that little animal, ladybug in English, stands for mariquita in Spanish, but also little Joana from Portuguese, which is where I came from. Which means when I was growing up, I was always being called of ladybug / little Joana / mariquita. And when I entered the tech world, I realized that bugs are mistakes. And boy, if I made them, I was the lady of them, right? So yeah, I made a lot of them. I still do, and everyone makes them, right? Even Debbie yesterday was saying that she has bugs and mistakes are okay. I was not so good as Eric, because there was already a good quote, so I quoted Henry Ford, I didn't make my own. But yeah, mistakes are okay if you learn with them and you don't make them on purpose, and you should learn with them and don't make the same mistake twice. That's the thing you should take from here. Well, as an example, I can say to you that I started as a front-end engineer, and then when I tipped my toes in the back-end side of the application, I had a task, and it ended up breaking production. Well, not so good, right? Thank you. And I realized it was my mistake that breaks production, because through debugging, okay. And yeah, debug is really important because you understand the architecture of the code and how everything is structured, and you can easily perceive something. Also, with tests, it's really great to debug. And I was once having dinner with non-tech people, and someone asked me, what is debug anyway? And I ask you the same thing. How do you explain to someone who is not tech what is debug? Well, I couldn't. I stood there and I froze. Now I can give you an answer. Well, it's like a detective in a crime scene. This is not helping, okay. It's like a detective in a crime scene. You go and try to find who is the murderer and the things he did that you can find exactly that are provoking the bug or the something you're debugging. You go and examine the logs, you make the same things that they did until you find who is he or him or her. You put all the pieces together and voila, there's your bug or your murder. But in order to know if it's a bug or a feature while debugging, you have to understand the business. I mean, I can ask you, what is a crane? And you will probably answer that or that. I mean, both are a crane. So you have to understand the business and the context in order to know exactly what they are talking about. You know, a solution in some place might be a problem in the other. So it's really important to understand the business. But you can't do that alone. You have to understand the business. Someone has to tell you something. And that is through communication. Communication allows you to have a better, well, world, right? But also, I have two main tips here that I can give you that, well, I like to apply. And if you like, you can apply them too. The first one is keep an open mind when listening. You should really listen to what the other person is saying and not waiting to reply. But keep an open mind. It's okay to have different opinions, just be respectful. And the other is, when speaking, keep it simple and have the audience in mind. Well, that's what I'm trying to do today. And one good trick to make sure you are communicating well is through feedback. Feedback is really important. I mean, it touches your weakest points. It goes that people say exactly what you're missing. So you go and improve, right? Please don't ask for feedback just because. I ask feedback today of all of you. Please give me feedback, not now. Yeah, but after the talk you can give me all the feedback you want, please do. Because I will improve and grow with it. And, you know, you should not ask feedback just for your work or your personality or something. You should ask about everything. We can improve at everything, right? So acting on a good feedback is a great improvement booster. And someone who is probably going to know exactly what you're missing is your mentor. And if you have one, it's amazing. And if you have not, you can find one in many places. I'm lucky I find mine in my company where I work at. But it doesn't have to be only one person. It can be multiple people. And, you know, he or she or wherever will have your back and will help you grow and be a better person, a better engineer, and you will provide more value because you know exactly what you're missing. A great example of that is Daniel Afonso, which helped me prepare this talk, and all the other speakers I've been mocking their heads saying, please give me advices. So let's give a round of applause to all of them, please. They're pretty special. Well, your mentor is also the person who is going to challenge you the most, hopefully. Listen, okay. And I took a challenge. I saw the opportunity and I took it. I'm really grateful that React Alicante accepted me. And, well, challenges are how you grow the most, right? You can't grow on your comfortable zone. I like to say you should be comfortable with the idea of being uncomfortable. And I'm doing that. I'm really uncomfortable, but that's okay, I think. And yours doesn't need to be as big as this one. You can just, you know, if you're a front-ender, which you probably are because this is React, right? You can step your foot if you want on the back end and so on. Challenges don't have to be that big because small things matter. The real bugs are really small and they mock your mind, right? They drive you crazy. Well, at the end of the day, if there's one less bug, one new challenge overcome, and one new learning, well, with consistency, it helps you improve, and you'll probably be a better person and a better engineer at the end of the day. So just as a recap, you should make mistakes, understand the context, get feedback, challenge yourself, And remember, consistency. Consistency is key. Thank you, everyone. But wait. I would like to ask you something first. Since we still have 3 minutes, can I take a picture with all of you? This is my first time I have to take a picture, right? So I'm asking someone. Yeah. This is not script, so it may go really wrong, really, really wrong. Just smile, look like you're happy. This is meu. You have mine if you want.
It's fine.
Smile. Thank you, guys. My name is JOANA.